So, never having been allowed to try anything when I was growing up, I had to wait till my father died to cut loose a little bit, try out something, and after that, I'm never doing that again. But at least, I don't think it like, oh, I wanted to do that. And so, since I've tried something, no. So, of course, that's the benefits of when if I had been allowed to try something when I was growing up, then child learning to walk like toddler or something. When the toddler falls, okay, it's only a toddler is learning to walk, and who the bloody hell put electric sockets and plug points at the toddler level? Even the grown up has to bend down to put the plug into the socket when they're vacuuming. Any normal person would have put the plug socket up on the wall so that the grown up can easily plug the vacuum cleaner plug into the socket, and the child by default cannot stick their fingers into the holes in the wall at that height. I'm having wooden walls in my homestead. At a toddler stage, there'll be like charcoal or something near the wall, so the child will go and pick up the what is it, the charcoal, and draw on the wall. Then as they grow in height, they will draw higher and higher on the wall, and then when they're old enough, they might do some carving and blah blah blah. Then suppose I shift from one homestead to another location. The walls are removable, only the pillars are there in the homestead, so I will just take the walls. So it's like some people I read, when they have transfer of residence, then the first thing that they put up in the new place is the curtains. So then again it feels sort of familiar. There was one movie called Sleeping with the Enemy. So this lady, she had this man husband who just beat her up and all that stuff, and she had like all bruises and all that. Well, she decided to leave him, so she staged her own death, and so the man thought she was dead. Then after some time, he found out she was not actually dead. Then something, he tracked her down. Then he went to that house in that other town, and when he rang the bell and she opened the door, she saw who it was. When she backed, and when she reached this drawer, then she took the phone and told them she's going to kill somebody. And then she picked up the gun and shot him. My God, what sort of ideas they put in our head. Anyway, I'm not going to get married. No, nobody abused me. No, nobody even talked to me. Forget about abusing me. I just have, neglect. Rampant neglect, abandonment, blocking of what I'm about to do, not allowed to do anything. Behold me sitting and talking on private video on my phone, which I'm also deleting immediately almost. So that's because there's no storage space. Otherwise I would just let it pile up and to hell with it. But yeah, what to do. But the thing is, if we put something in storage space, then one fine day, if we go to an old account and try to log in, we can't. If we don't have access to our content, then bloody hell, we are not going to put content in any other account on that service. Something, they change the password, and even if I put the password and this thing and that thing, they'll say, no, we're not sure it's you. And then I don't have access to it, so now I'm not putting anything. And then YouTube, when I make so many notes, then I would expect that I would be having one page with all my comments. I think it used to be there on the desktop version. Then I can, okay, this and then this, and then I do like one collage. So this little bit of the video prompted this comment and blah blah blah, and I do a collage of videos using video editing. But on this mobile phone, there is no way of finding a list of all my comments. Now I don't even know where they are. I mean, who even did the interface? And then another website, we can't even figure out the interface. Then another website was nice. then they change the interface, then we can't figure it out. I mean, it's all these cultural things. And some people just automatically assume that, somebody clicks something, they're going to, something, I don't know. So that's why there is a thing called diversity. So of course there's not supposed to be diversity. If you have a pure community or something, then there is only that. But suppose it's like one of those United Nation buildings or something, and everyone is there from so many countries, and then for each, suppose there is one concierge desk or something, then they will have like interpreters on call. So many countries, probably they can't be, they would just, during United Nations General Assembly or something, they would like by default have, the delegates who would probably bring their own interpreter or something. So the diversity is when there are different types of groups, each person, one representative is there. So suppose there's like a sports committee for United Nations to hold, like a United Nations sports game or something. Then it would have representatives from all the countries. United Nations did have one thing called Arab Regional Mathematical Olympiad, which was first held in 1988. I was the topper. So I don't know who the general secretary was at that time, but I wrote that in 11th standard, and at the end of 11th standard, we were coming back to this country. So we came back here, and then they called us and said I was the topper. So basically, they just send the certificate and the one small photo frame like plaque saying I was the topper. Certificate had the percentage or something. That's it. No ceremony, no nothing, no award ceremony. But that's cool. Being in another country, after 10th standard, they had like sort of like a graduation ceremony. So we sort of put one scarf with one thing, and they took like blank sheets of paper and put a ribbon on it, and they gave us graduation. And yeah, so there's a photograph of me in those days. I was like big glasses and my eyes were like half closed, the dopey look. But now, since I've been doing some sort of social stuff like videos or something, I look a little bit alive at least. Otherwise it was just that dopey geek, steady and nothing else. And of course, since my father died, I have some freedom. I mean, if they could make so many genres of video games and video movies, of course I also have the right to choose and to do. And having done it, I'm not doing that again. Never. No, I refuse. And Ibrahim in 250081. This is me being affronted. Okay, maybe they made it look good.